I have never been this disappointed in Path of Exile or grinding gear games in a very, very long time. Probably since Lake of Kalandra. And truly, I am going to go off on a massive rant about GGG and what they've become and what's actually been happening with this game of Path of Exile 2. Mark, Jonathan, your vision is 100% garbage. I don't understand what you're trying to convey or the kind of vision you want to put into an action role-playing game. You consistently talk about we want to take stuff from Elden Ring and make meaningful combat. There's nothing meaningful in this game in terms of combat. What you've done is you've nerfed every single skill and player into the ground to basically look for only meta builds to be viable, signifying that, hey, the only way to actually play this game is to break the game, number one, and then what you've done is nothing against the enemies, monsters, or bosses. You've left them with the same damage, the same skill set, the same movement speed, the same attack speed, consistently light stunning the player, and then giving them 0 nerfs. The fact that you nerfed Explosive Grenade, one of the lowest played skills in the game. I played a Merc last season, okay? A gas grenade, explosive grenade combo Merc. You wanted people to do combos. I made a combo. I made a 3-button combo in that game. And then what you do is you say crossbows are the lowest played weapon in the game, and then you nerf the skills that go with the crossbows. But we buffed the damage, guys. We did a little fucky. We did a oopsie poopsie, and we put one-hand weapon stats and suffixes and prefixes on a two-handed weapon. But we fixed that, so it's all good. So that means we're gonna nerf a 3-second cooldown to 7 seconds. You guys sat there, and instead of thinking to yourselves, hey, we need to create actual abilities for people to combo, but at the same time give the players the space to pull that combo off, you didn't do that. You did nothing. What you did was you said, let's slow the game down to a crawl. Let's make maps take 20 minutes to get through. Let's make levels take 35 minutes to get through in each section and zone, and still make all the enemies rush you the same way, push you the same way, and give no breath and room. Okay, you guys looked at Elden Ring. I'm gonna come back to this Elden Ring thing because it's so incredibly important. Why you guys don't understand Elden Ring or Souls games. I've played ARPGs for 20 plus years. I've played Souls games since Demon Souls on the PS3. You guys don't understand what makes those games good or meaningful in combat. The reason why Souls games are good isn't because it's a tough boss to fight. It's because you can break the game. You can make different builds. You can find combinations of items or skills and put them together to literally walk through the game. The point of Elden Ring and everything else is to trivialize the content. That's what makes it fun, because you can sit there and say, oh, you have a good build, it's a big build, here's an enemy that's even stronger than you thought before. And it's not stronger simply because we increase the values of it, and it's not stronger simply because it'll one-shot you. It's stronger because what you were relying upon, we are changing the mechanics of that boss fight. But the difference is they're at the same speed, they're at the same pace. Those enemies and those bosses give you the breathing room to do those combinations. You don't have the breathing room in your action role-playing game because you're not understanding that this is an action role-playing game. If you're going to slow down the player, you have to slow down the enemies as well. But you don't want to do that. You haven't figured out what you want to do. Right now, I am doing a Twister Whirlwind Frostbolt combo, okay? This is a 6-button combination in order to go ahead and do damage to the enemy. I am barely clearing white packs in Act 3. And at the same time, they're rushing me. And I can't do any damage or stop them from rushing me, even though Whirlwind blinds them and knocks them back. But the knockback isn't enough to stop them from stunning me, which pushes me out of the Whirlwind, so I can't do the Twister move, and I can't do the Frostbolt move, but then I have to rely on Barrage on a 2-second cooldown to get more Whirlwinds because you nerf Scatter Shot into the ground, so I have less Whirlwinds to do damage from, and then I have to do that cycle all over again. 6 buttons over and over and over consistently just to properly progress through a zone that should take me no more than 10 to 15 minutes while the enemies bum rush me constantly, stun lock me out of the Whirlwind, and I can't do anything about. You guys don't play your game. You guys don't play your own game. The fact that you sat there, Mark, and you were like, I don't understand why people are having a hard time sustaining maps. What? Bro, you guys don't play your game. And if you do play your game, I want you to stream you playing your game. That's what I want to see. Show us how you want us to play your game. Because that's the one piece that's missing from all of this. The fact that we have streamers, not myself, who have streaming for 36 hours plus, okay, having a difficult time trying to go through, that have made this game their actual career, that can literally read patch notes and understand the intricacies of what's happening inside of your game better than you do, and they're having a tough time. But you guys gotta be the best gamers of all time. You guys gotta be fucking wizards. There's no way. Cause no, it's not clicking with anybody. Nobody's getting it. Nobody's picking up what you're putting down. Nobody's reading what you're writing. No one's drinking what you're serving. No one's eating what you're cooking. I kind of wish 11th Hour Games didn't delay their expansion. Cause now I'm sitting here ticking, waiting for Last Epoch to release. An actual ARPG. You guys want meaningful combat, but you have no fucking idea what meaningful combat actually is. You don't know what it is. You can say those words, but there's no definition or reason or explanation as to what you want that to be. What you want is meaningful combat. I'm going to tell you what it is. You want to slow the game down, but at the same time of slowing the player down, you're removing the part that makes ARPGs fun. You want to be different from PoE 1, and I get that. What you should have done was make PoE 1 and then iterate upon that. Give people the power fantasy back. Give people the ability to actually enjoy the fucking game back. Give people the ability to break builds. What you're doing now by nerfing everything is forcing people into a meta structure build, which is what you wanted to avoid in the first place. So you're not giving anybody anything. You should have nerfed all the other stuff with like Monk and Lightning and all that other bullshit that was happening, and then brought up all the other skills in line. That way people can actually have fun. But you didn't do any of that. You nerfed everything. So no one understands what you want to do. No one gets the kind of game you want to make. And then when they play it, they're struggling in Act 1 white packs. I sat there and I had to fight the Act 2 boss for like 25 minutes. That's not fun, because the Act 2 boss only gave me one opportunity to go through and do my combo. So I had to do the combo one time, wait for my cooldown to come back, and then wait for his 6 attack cycle to go through to give me the window to do my attack one more fucking time. That's not meaningful. That's annoying. That's not fun. And you know how I know you messed up? From your 0.2b patch notes. That's how I know you messed up. All non-unique monsters have less life, tapering from 100% to 75% of what they had been levels 8 and 15. All monsters between level 15 and 46 now have exactly 25% less life. All monsters between level 46 and 64 now have less life, tapering up from 75% to 100%. This results in all monsters in endgame having the same life as before this change. The thresholds for cow control and ailments have been adjusted proportionally to the same amount. You guys reduced the enemy monster life so back to the point where it was before the patch, but you still nerfed all of the player damage. You knew you fucked up. You don't play your own game. I honestly feel like what you're doing is you go through and you think, I want them to take this long to play the game. This is exactly what Diablo 4 was doing. When they were sitting there and they were like, we're going to add the teleport back to town to be 5 seconds from 3. That's what you're doing. You're not doing anything meaningful. You're creating a longer barrier of time for the player to spend more time in the game. That's not meaningful combat. That's just wasting my time. PoE 2 is wasting my time. The commodity for Path of Exile is not gold, is not divine orbs, is not chaos orbs, it's time. That's the currency for PoE. And what you're doing is you're asking us to put in more time into a game when it's not fun. You don't respect our time, you're not respecting it now, and you're purposely pushing it to a limit that people don't want to play. I honestly cannot wait for Last Epoch's new expansion. I have never quit a league 2 days into a season. 2 days. This is a game that I've put thousands of hours into in PoE 1. I've put hundreds of hours into PoE 2. And I've quit within 48 hours. I really thought PoE 2 would have the ability for new people to come in and enjoy the ARPG genre, to enjoy a game that I've loved for so many years with so many hours for so long. To open up the ability for new players who just do not want to have 10 plus years of content and information dumped into their brain in one day. They can actually piecemeal it and understand it better because they're there from the very beginning and then grow to love that game. But instead what they're doing is they're basically saying to everybody, hey, we're not making an ARPG anymore. We're trying to make Elden Ring without knowing the rules of what makes Elden Ring so great. If you're going to nerf player power, you have to nerf enemy power. And if you're going to want players to go ahead and make combinations of skills and attacks, you're going to have to give the player the window, the ability to do those combinations of attacks. You're not allowing for any of that. I have never been stun locked and bum rushed so fast by enemies more so than playing this game. And it's like you guys don't understand what makes the game so good in the first place and why people are so frustrated. So that's my challenge, Mark and Jonathan. Stream yourselves playing the game. Show us. Show us how you want us to play the game. Show us the kind of gameplay you want to create. Show us the kind of game you want to make. You guys are rolling your eyes, all this stuff about map sustain, about damage. Show us how you want to play the game. Because honestly, I think you don't play your own game. Because if you did, you wouldn't have made those changes. The game wouldn't play like this. People wouldn't have to do 6-button combos to actually enjoy the content. And I gotta tell you guys, look, this isn't the kind of content I've always wanted to make on this channel. I'm just so incredibly emotional about what's happening because I love GGG and PoE 2. And I'm not talking about like sucking them off and saying everything is great when it clearly is not good. But the thing is, they need to listen to their player base. They have to play their own game because I feel like they don't. I really feel like they don't play their own game. And it's the most frustrating thing of all time. I'm not going to continue playing a league that is not good for me as a player and that wastes my time consistently. When Last Epoch puts out their season, that's the content I'm going to be focusing on until GGG can fix PoE 2 or can do something right by the player. I dropped Diablo 4, now I'm dropping PoE 2, and Last Epoch, apparently you're our only hope. Hopefully you don't take a year between content releases because that would be the worst. That would be the worst. Either way, though, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys are going to be doing with the PoE 2 League or Last Epoch League. And just, if you want to see more content, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great one, and I'll see you next time.